Nassourdine Imavov, the -120 betting favorite. Edmen Shahbayzan is the even money underdog. Shahbayzan in black, Imavov in white. Shahbayzan trying to make it a perfect 2-0 night for Edmen and the Glendale Fighting Club.
Imavov is so technical, man. He's so good standing. And honestly showed real improvement in the takedown defense. Shahbayzan came to AKA for a little bit because Rondon coach suggested getting out of the comfort zone because he grew up in the gym down in Glendale. So he was just a part of something bigger in terms of a team, not just built around Ed. And he improved in that time.
I read a quote from you, Daniel, today. You said he never ran away from a workout.
Nope, never did. Just was there every time, worked out, regardless of how it went, he always showed up. And honestly, a lot of credit to Sean Bunch, who's running the wrestling at AKA right now, because he saw the improvement in Edmen Shahbayzan.
Beautiful. Two in a row by Shahbayzan. I was very, very impressed with Imavov after that Ian Heinisch fight. That was a big, big win for him.
Yeah.
And the way he did it. He seems to be a man emerging into his potential.
7th UFC appearance for Shahbayzan, who, by the way, is younger than Ian Gary, who just made his debut.
It's crazy because we've seen Shahbayzan forever, and you forget how young he is. Before Imavov, he's one of the very few Russian Dagestan guys that don't wrestle. It's him and the kid that fought last weekend at light heavyweight. Ankalaev. Those guys want to strike with you, and they're just as skilled. Speaks to the talented coaches they have over there in Dagestan. Another outside leg kick by Edmen.
Right hand over the top lands for Imavov. 2 minutes have gone by round 1.
Beautiful clinch there by Shahbayzan, really lifting that underhook. And now we can try to wear on Imavov.
Imavov is covering his mouth in the clinch. Now framing him off.
You see that cut in and around that right eye area of Imavov.
And then Imavov corner, Fernando Lopez, but also the interim champion, Nassourdine. I saw Nassourdine in the hotel lobby the other day, and he's so much bigger than he is on fight night. He loses weight when he goes to compete. He's not 245 naturally, man. He's a big boy when you see him outside of fight camp. As Edmen drops to a high crotch chair. Look at that moving him. To see Edmen Shahbayzan get a takedown would be, I mean,
He wants to wrestle.
look at that. Oh, he's in a guillotine though. It's a tight guillotine there. Right, Imavov.
Imavov's got it locked in.
Wow.
He got out.
And he got, look at that.
Good job
By Shahbayzan.
having the ability to push out of that.
And notice Shahbayzan, whenever Imavov tried to hip heist out, he was able to collect the opposite side to keep him flat and now end up in the guard. Great job by Edmen.
Look at this.
Imavov did it perfect there. He shoved Taverdian's body towards his ankles. There's nothing to keep you in place there.
That was a nice left knee to the body by Imavov.
And if you've seen Shahbayzan fight, you know that if you can push a high enough pace, you can start to fatigue him because he fights with a lot of emotion. He's kind of tight. And that's where you saw him fade against Brunson. Shahbayzan needs to stay within himself here.
Imavov trying to create an angle. Big right hand lands for him.
Oh, crisp right hand.
He is non-stop on the field. 40 seconds in the round. Couple times Imavov has faked low and gone high, almost paid for it there.
You see that same style right, for as much success as Fernand Lopez had with Francis Ngannou. Now you're starting to see his style of fighter. You see Imavov when they break space, how he's bouncing in and out. You saw Cyril Gane pick Derek Lewis apart with that same type of style, where they go in and out on their own terms. They dictate to you, and then the frustration sets in, and then they end up finding finishes.
Late in the round, going strike. We're right back.
So we're finding out that what caused that cut was actually an eye poke. And we're going to take a look at it right here. As Imavov moves in, see it right there. And there's some beautiful leg kicks by Shahbayzan. 2 strong ones to start off the round. And there's another one. And here he was in a bit of trouble. Imavov had this guillotine locked in pretty tight, but Shahbayzan figured his way through it. Look at this crisp right hand over the top by Imavov. That's a nice left elbow inside the clinch.
Sir, are you ready? Sir, are you ready? Fight!
All right, so while some of our viewers were in commercial break, Joe, you noticed that that cut for Imavov that they have attended to was caused by an eye poke.
Yes, it was caused by an eye poke, an inadvertent eye poke. Shahbayzan had his hands wide open, and that is what caused the bleeding on the right eye of Imavov. Shahbayzan with a good couple of right hands there.
Oh, nice right hand by Imavov.
Imavov is just so calm and collected in there.
And Fernand Lopez seemingly wants separation and not this, Daniel, is that right?
Yeah, it looks like he's saying, get back to space. He knows that Shahbayzan's resting here. He's trying to take a break, and now he gets it on a leg.
He's looking for a guillotine standing here.
Yeah. And it looks like he's starting to turn his neck. It looks tight. Yeah, Shahbayzan did not react. Shahbayzan took a while to react to this choke.
And he let it go way too long, and he's free.
Yeah. Now he's back. Here's the problem. Shahbayzan is trying to wrestle him with his head on the outside. He should maybe attack single leg here, opposed to the high crotch.
So that's twice now Shahbayzan has put himself or found himself in a compromising spot, but he's gotten out both times.
And gotten out from really tight chokes.
Shahbayzan's trying to wrestle on one leg.
Again.
Yeah, now it's tight. And now Imavov is in that same choke. And he stopped Shahbayzan from rolling. Shahbayzan has rolled multiple times to get himself out of these chokes. This time Imavov was able to stop him during the roll.
Oh, that's so tight.
It's tight.
Go out. Look how red his face is. That kid has heart. He adjusted it, he made it even tighter.
Shahbayzan's got to attack the hands of Imavov. Start pushing down on the arm that's around the neck. There he is. Now push down on the hand. Keep attacking the hands if you're Shahbayzan. But Imavov's doing a great job of just settling his weight on top of him.
Shahbayzan is out. He has never been submitted. That still holds true.
That's incredible.
Oh, he's back on the high elbow guillotine.
That's another one. He's turning his head the correct way, though.
And attack the hands.
Yeah, he avoided the pressure. Wow. Shahbayzan's got some incredible heart and fantastic defense for chokes.
But every one of those hits at the gas tank a little bit. And now Shahbayzan's jumping the guillotine himself.
Look at this.
He's actually got it in the guard. Oh, good job by Imavov by getting off the side control. That releases all that pressure from the guillotine. And now you find yourself on your back if you're Edmen Shahbayzan.
Action right in front of us here. Shahbayzan opens the guard under 2 minutes to go, round 2. Oh, Shahbayzan just got opened up by an elbow.
Look at that, here comes another one.
Oh my goodness, there's another one. That's a heavy elbow.
It's when they post your head down, it keeps you flat on your back, and then you just drop and release. Lets you cut people up bad. Imavov got a big elbow off, and it opened up a massive cut on Edmen Shahbayzan. So once again, it boils down to risk versus reward. You try to take the guillotine, and now you find yourself busted and bruised on your back against a very tough Nassourdine Imavov.
Imavov just did a beautiful move to get out of the guard there as well. And look at him heavy on the top. And he moved right over the top there into side control again. This is a terrible position here for Shahbayzan and an amazing one for Imavov.
Knee on the belly there for a moment.
He's moving into a crucifix position.
Yep. It's nasty. He's got the crucifix going.
This is terrible here for Shahbayzan.
Shahbayzan's got to buck. He's got to keep bumping. And for Imavov, you take your time. Don't rush.
Oh, big elbow. It's going to be a long 30 seconds for Edmen.
Shahbayzan just is so stuck here. Such a difficult position to get out when you're tired.
Oh, my goodness.
That'll do it. Nassourdine Imavov. Welcome to the rankings.
I'm telling you, man, that guy is coming into his own. He's something special. And at 26 years of age, he just keeps getting better every time you see him inside the octagon. And this, I think, is his most impressive performance so far.
Best performance to date. I mean, that crucifix finish does not happen very often. But right here, look at Imavov. Look at this elbow. As you're grappling, your opponent's just dropping elbows. Beautiful elbow here landing. Right away, you see the cut open up on Shahbayzan.
Yeah, and these are nasty.
Yep, he's just posting the face and then just letting the elbow slide across. Nasty ground and pound. Edmen kept trying to get away, but there was no escape as Imavov puts on another fantastic performance. Let me tell you something. Anybody down around 11 to 15 or right outside the rankings do not want to see themselves fighting this guy.
That's a 5-tool player right there, Nassourdine Imavov, the newly minted UFC middleweight contender. And a lot of the elbow throwers talk about there being an art to it, right? Kenny Florian talks about sort of loosening up that arm and that hand a little bit to really torque it. Nassourdine Imavov getting the elbows going tonight. And all of a sudden, he's won 8 of 9 overall, 3-1 in the UFC, and he is going to take Shahbayzan's rankings when the new ones come out next week. All right, to make it official, inside of Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Keith Peterson has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 42 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by TKO, Nassourdine, the sniper.